very cheeky position. Cheeky boost. What's the plan here for United? Another set piece on the upper side, perhaps? There was potential in some of the previous ones that they ran. So the outside smokes once again at the 1 minute mark. Again, that's going to suggest that perhaps players are going outside, so that's something that's going to hold some CTs in position looking for that. At the same time, they're going to try to burst through the door. Here, Daps is looming, and they will take him down. Very important first frag coming in from United. The entry frags don't stop. Relics is doing a great job. And Ethan, oh, he tried to steal the AWP, but he can't get it. And that's the rounds. Very nice from United. Good bursts, good entries, quick and decisive.
Ethan betrayed by the E button. He'll have another pop, though. I'll give a sound cue away. Now in this last round, the money isn't spectacular for United if they actually no, they can lose some place here because of their round win bonus. They will be able to full buy anyway. Round number 4 on the board. So just when you thought it was safe to count out United, they have got enough rounds on the board to mount a comeback in the second half. May not be easy. Time will soon tell. Last round of the first half. We've got a last buy. NRG replenishing the coffers. Spending now United with momentum. 3 rounds in a row for the young squad. Again, they did impress us in the previous ECS season and were expected to make it to LAN as things continued, but they didn't for geographical reasons. Played some matches from Europe, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, I'm fairly sure they would have made it to LAN, but maybe they'll make it to the major. The greatest target of them all.
Absolutely, yeah. Major is the tournament above all tournaments for all teams. It is the World Cup of Counter-Strike in that sense. Or I guess the Champions League, perhaps. What's a good football comparison, James?
Could go well with World Cup, just minus the national squad.
Exactly, yeah. That's why it's like So again, we have the first 45 seconds killed by all these initial grenades from either side. It's pretty hard to do too much if you intend on working the inner areas. Circle will be a Molotov down to position. Immediate smoke, he's going to push with it. That is, look at how this is going to alter the timings, and he gets a frag out of it. That is a beautiful play from Cirque, very decisive. And he has really caused some problems there because that was supposed to create a lot of map control and position for the T side. But now they have to fear Cirque. They can't push the smoke.
20 seconds left, and Fugly is quietly repositioning in case of the push towards B bomb site, but it is A, and Relics will win the first duel. Daps waiting for a rotation from outside, but he looks behind him, and there are T's all over the place. Sees his shoulder, 2 kills for Daps, and he's kept it competitive. Fugly now with the CZ doing really good work, leaving it into a 1 versus 1. Where on earth is Cirque? He got a kill earlier. Not shy to charge up the ladder and try to make his way in with the CZ. Still with the CZ out. Moves looking to the right, looking to the left, and now Cirque coming from the other side, and that is just a pure guessing game, which allows NRG to get round number 11 on the board. And it'll be a relief, I think, to make it through this half at this point.
Yeah, you have to credit United for coming back with that 3-round streak right at the end. They, at that point, what was it? You know, they were 10-1 down. It was looking really terrible, and they managed to show some, really good rounds. And it's for them, they're just going to be thinking, oh, it's a shame that we were unable to find a good spot earlier in the half to do that and create a spot where we're forcing out some ecos and stuff like that. But all things considered, a decent enough recovery. 4 rounds is good to work with. NRG, though, if they win that pistol, things do get a little bit too much to handle. So United must find a way to win this pistol, and it's going to be an upper burst from NRG.
Dazzle with some guessing shots. Moves on the high ground, had opportunity, but only good for 1 frag. He was checked for, and he was punished. Dapper. How is he still alive? How is made his way around. The bomb's on the floor, 2 versus 2. And he will eventually get taken out. Do they know where Dazzle is? It seems they have an idea. And there is the round for NRG. That is a disaster for E United. The pistol round was a must. Surely they'll force by.
How does Dapper think he has time to pull out a smoke there? That's kind of nuts, isn't it? You got like 2 Ts literally 2 feet from you. He's like, yeah, I'll just drop a smoke here.
Did he use? I don't think he fired all of his bullets either.
No, he didn't. No, he fired. He's trying to be controlled. He fired like 4 or 5, and then he.
Maybe there was lots of comms and so on over the sound. He didn't know how close they were. One can only assume. But here we go. That is the round E United had to win. They have failed to do so. Ace has left 850 in the bank, which at this point is a big gamble because of the score being 4-12. But let's see how it works out for them. Doesn't mean it's wrong, by the way. Just a different option. Often more than one correct play in Counter-Strike. So far, so good though, with Moose getting 3 Deagle frags around the blue box, and he's got the bomb. Talk about disaster.
Now he's got a Galil, but Cirque is on the case. Perhaps he. Oh, there's a triple peek. That's not going to go well for him. Hello.
Ooh, that's got to be a mistake. I can only guess that he rolled the wheel mouse too much.
This is awesome because United have done to NRG what NRG did to them in the first half, where they win that pistol, then they win the force. They lose the pistol, then win the force by afterwards. And for NRG, they never look back. Can that be the same story here for United? Because they've similarly picked up a couple AKs just as NRG did, and they are looking really strong now. So they have to keep this round clean. That's the must. Moose must be cautious. He must be quick and precise. And he's going to fall back, which is a good choice, I think. Ace has a pretty nice angle there for a one and done. You're pretty exposed once they see you in that spot. Moose also with a nice little angle. Using the range of the AK. Oh god, there you go. That's the problem though. The Deagles at range can be very punishing.
Okay then. On the plus side, it's going to be hard for the Ts to get those guns anytime soon. But it seems they will make a journey towards them. But sound cue's been given to Dapper, but he has no idea what's to his right-hand side. So what can he do about it? Not a whole lot. Rakes will hear a player on the high ground. That's not paying attention on the low ground while he just has tunnel vision on the gun. No idea what's to his right-hand side. So what can he do about it? Get back into this round. Rakes will hear a player on the high ground. That's not paying attention on the low ground while he just has tunnel vision on the gun. No idea what's to his right-hand side. So what can he do about it? Get back into this round.
And now
Rakes will hear a player on the high ground. That's not paying attention on the low ground while he just has tunnel vision on the gun. No idea what's to his right-hand side. So what can he do about it?
Let's see if he's going to be successful.
Back into this round.
And now he does have the bomb. And look at him go here. He's looking for a mistake. We may have had, if he had waited slightly longer, perhaps he could have gotten a frag there, but going to go straight for the plant. Guaranteed the money at the very least. And still winnable here for Ethan. He just has to hit some incredible shots. That's one. Oh, that is one. Can't get the second. And a very, very composed round from the remaining 2 players of United. They were staring down the barrel of complete disaster.
These 2 rounds with these Deagles from both teams have been warnings of what's to come. Again, this is just the first map of a best-of-3 series between these 2 sides, so who knows how things will develop. And NRG, with 1 player surviving for E United, they are going to take the gamble and force with the bomb plant 2 AKs. So you can see Breeze and Daps will have no Kevlar. Fugly and Ethan with the AK-47s. They'll spread the wealth. I like this play. Drop to make a case for your team. I don't know if United realise what is going on yet, but they're repositioning outside. It's a big flashbang to delay the push of NRG.
So there's a quick run from T's. Oh, it happens again, doesn't it? Force.
What is this with the Deagle?
Breeze is the Deagle, man. He is coming for you. It's going to be so frustrating for United.
Look at Moose's position, though. If he can get 2 kills from this position, which will depend upon NRG trying to push CT Hell. That would be huge. You can see Daps is close to left. They've started to make some sound cues, so he knows he has opportunity now, moving back, but he might have to give up the angle. Oh, he's baiting because Ace has an angle of his own. Although with 2 Cs there, maybe the bomb can be collected, maybe not. Ace seems to be on point now. Does he re-peek though? 4 versus 2. Doesn't need to necessarily, but again, he doesn't know the bomb is there, but he won't get greedy. Starting to fall back. He's got his teammate here as well. Cirque with the scout trying to pre-fire, but he does not have much to play with there, with all those obstructions from the forklift position. And again, now their time is being wasted, and even worse.
Not even looking back. Committed. All right, United. 3 rounds in a row. Off to a pretty damn good start, the start that they need. And you can see that it's really not looking all that bad at the moment. They are a mere 5 rounds away from NRG's score. However, we haven't quite seen a proper buy round from NRG's T side just yet, and we have to bear in mind it is the map that they picked. So they surely have some pretty scary rounds that they have ready to go as soon as they've got the money to do so.
3 Deagles, 2 P250s, 1 flashbang. I was going to mention earlier actually, if you think about the sound when a flashbang bounces, I am convinced it is a ping pong. I'm convinced. Think about it.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear one now. Well, it just bounces off any surface. Okay.
Pretty much.
Ping pong ball. And that is a thunderous shot straight into Ethan. Moose with a good alpha angle. Moose has changed his position a lot. Great spray down. Moose will always die to a deagle. It seems like that is his fate, but at least this time he's able to take a couple players down with him. And in fact 3 on the outside. Moose is having a pretty good go of it. And another round goes to United. 8-12, 4 away from NRG's scoreline, but now we see the full buy from NRG.
And because of their force buy earlier on, their first full buy is delayed, which means more loss bonus, which means it is arguably stronger than it might have otherwise been. So United better have their wits about them. Ace having a look outside, but there's not much you can see through those smokes. Ooh, you're so close. Eyebrow threading with an AWP. 4-round lead. United will be prepared for Secret to be taken by a T side. They will position themselves accordingly. 1 player on the ramp, 1 player in hell. And 3 players seemingly above or below around the vent areas.
Yeah, it's not looking amazing for United's setup, I think. You know, not having anybody on the inside. They have to rely on Moose being very strong from this position. Dapper does manage to get a frag and ramp, and that does restrict NRG's entrance here to the site to 2 areas. Dapper moving forwards. He is going to drop the bomb in the corner. That's Relics. His position is known, but he's done a lot of damage. Breeze has to go forwards. He's got to get the bomb. More players where that came from, though. Time, 40 seconds to go. And Ethan gets another frag as well. Things not looking too bad here for NRG, but maybe I spoke too soon. Ethan, last man standing. Ace has the angle. Very well played from United, considering that they gave up a lot of space towards the control. A good job, a good hold on the lower bomb site.
They will have the mental boost of knowing that they are only 3 rounds away from NRG. I wonder if the double figures of 10 has a psychological... Oh dear. Oh dear. Moose has been knifed in the back by his teammate to 39 HP. No clickerino, s'il vous plaît.
Ouch.
That is not what you wanted. These players are on CZs Dapper the first to go down. Dazzle will get traded. Moose may fear grenades, although might be unlikely in this situation. Some flying up top, not all though. Ooh, that one didn't really hit the mark, but fortunately for NRG, didn't go back down again and compromise their positions. Relics now moving in from the back.
Still looks like a good retake prospect for E United. That's perfect. Oh, but he wasn't holding the angle, but he doesn't get Breeze though. Down to 1 HP, but Moose will wide peek for the finish from Main. He'll go down, but the trade's there. So all of the damage done to Moose with the backstab, it won't amount to too much, but it's nice for NRG. They managed to get 3 kills, and they get the bomb down to pressure the opponent's economy whilst growing their own. And with the loss bonus, you can see that, so you'll be able to see that they're almost all between $6 and $7K now. NRG doing a much better job than compared with E United in actually doing damage, because E United's economy is not great, considering that they've won 6 rounds in a row.
All Relics forced to back away as well.
Yeah, this is a really good showing from United on the CT side so far. NRG took ramp, and you can see United's rotation will reflect that very knowledge. But they have now also receded from the ramp position, looking to perhaps go for an upper push, expecting that upper will be light some players due to losing ramp. However, United's setup on the upper bomb site is still pretty strong, and they haven't over-rotated at all. So this will still be difficult for NRG on the way in.
.40-second mark. No Molotov to force Dazzle from his position, like Daps had to suffer in the first half. That might make a significant difference here. Indeed it will. Insta-trade, easy for Dazzle. Molotov of his own to compromise the T positions. 30 seconds, 2 versus 3. Both these players heavily tagged. 25 seconds now. Ethan has the bomb, making a lot of noise in the vent position. And he's got to gamble. Surely somebody's watching. 15 seconds. You see Ace by the secret area. Ethan has to pick one or the other. Dazzle goes down, but he can't trade. And that will be round number 11 for E United. No plant means NRG are not in Ecotown because they had some money left over, so they can still buy.
Yeah, they've been getting quite a few plants in. Yes. It's a really good result so far from United. What a beautiful series of rounds. I loved Dazzle's repositioning after he got the first kill on Cirque from Huts. Had the Hut roof earlier. It's constantly moving, constantly keeping the opponents guessing. Trying to be sneaky around the smoke outside. United's holding strong so far, but how long can they last? NRG are hungry for that first round, much as United were on the first half. So the outside smokes. Approaching the 1 minute mark. And the pressure starts to come in. And the questions start to rise for United. How many players are behind this smoke? Or these smokes? Well,
oh dear.
There's a big gap. That's not good.
That is a canyon.
It's a vacuum.
And now they have to assume that the sniper is still holding the angle. But Breeze has made his way down the ramp. He knows that Fugly should be, not Fugly, but there should be somebody around here somewhere. Relics in the control room going for spray transfer. Fugly trying to trade. He moves into the site. But control is a problem. Bomb being planted, obscuring his position, but they know he's the back there. Fugly absolutely savage. And Breeze has not been revealed, so he may have a part to play in the remainder of this round.
And he's creeping in with the AWP. Fugly in the low grounds. On the low grounds. Breeze, such a strong position.
My God.
And that is clinical from Breeze. Dapper, his chances now aren't really very good. He'll take down Ethan, but going for this now with the time gone so much on the bomb, it's not possible.
With all the damage done in the previous rounds to the E United economy as well, he has to hold on to this weapon.
Is there an AWP anywhere? I don't think there is. Oh dear. In NRG, they, as you mentioned, they kept that damage up pretty effectively. This is beautiful. Very clean. That's why that position's so strong as well. You know, you have such good cover, and you can very easily, you have some high ground, some good cover. You can swing out either side. It's pretty strong. And the pause comes in, actually from NRG, in fact, after their first round in quite some, well, since the pistol round in the second half. And they know that this is the round that will break E United completely. They know if they win this round, that E United can't fight back anymore.
Unless they have Deagles.
Yeah, except with the Deagles. But that's basically it. They know that this round could be the round that wins the map for them, or is the most decisive.
Okay, so Relics has dropped an AWP for Ace, who's dropped an M4 for Relics. And they've got the grenade, so they've sorted out the buy. Some maps needed to be done. A charge from NRG. 2 players have gone past that, but he has no idea. But still, no one's watching the roof, and he's going to annihilate this round. Or is he? 3 versus 2. This is still doable for NRG. They've got the bomb. But does that have the right angle? He does, but with the Galil, the spray isn't quite there to get the kill. I don't think he wanted to risk a fatal engagement in the wrong direction. So now what? Daps will be the one to plant the bomb. Cirque will be set up to try to ruin the day of E United. This is tense.
This is beyond tense for NRG. The chance to win this round and cripple E United is still there. They hear the drop into the vents. Oh no! Cirque misses the shot. That's a big miss. Daps will see the players pass. He'll allow them to pass to go for the big play to win the round. He's taking a very big risk, but he's got to go for the big plays. And there's someone waiting for him. Gets the headshot. They're on the bomb though. Daps has to. He's got to turn the corner. He's got to keep going, but he's going to predict the wrong angle. And that's very unfortunate there for NRG. But what a fantastic effort from E United. They managed to steal it away and keep a good amount of guns into this following round. The bomb did go down for NRG. They have enough to buy again.
This one is going down to the wire. A tactical timeout from NRG. This is rough now. If they, I mean, there are so many implications if they lose this round after buying, especially if they don't plant the bomb at 13-13. That would be the situation. Both these teams are going to have no money. This might be the round which wins the game, unless the Eagles get involved later on. But let's just put that to a side for the time being. Dapper on the MP9. Just a stark comparison to the Molotovs from E United on the T side, which forced Daps from the roof time and time again. And that's something which has been missing from NRG when they've pushed into A. And that has given the CTs free reign of the roof of the hut to win more than one round.
Yeah, it's been pervasive, that issue.
Reminder, this was the pick of NRG.
And they absolutely beasted the first half.
Yeah, ironically, those Molotovs didn't really help United that much.
Yeah. Big flash outside. Big throw. Ace playing very passively. That box has a little heart on it. Now,
did he see Ethan's
there it is. He spots it. And he can only back away to CT spawn. That is problematic. Ethan looking for the bait setup. And he's crouching all the way. Ace might have to elevate himself at the cost of being exposed.
This is weird because NRG, no, they can't really push into Hell. Oh, they're going for the double push at the same time. So Daps sacrificed himself to allow Ethan to get into this position. Now, I would assume he came up on the radar at the very least, but will they figure out that he could be in Hell? Doesn't seem so. Now, with knowing the AWP is in CT spawn, they know they're not going to get blasted if they go for a play towards secret position, but they'll get blasted from the roof once again from that hut, that pesky hut, and Dazzle.
Really big entries coming in though from Fugly, and Ethan gets one as well onto Dazzle. 3 versus 3 with the AWP still in CT spawner. Forward-facing plant there, or is that the side plant? You can cover it from main, and Moose will come in from Squeaky. Right now, NRG are actually in a pretty good position. Ace playing with fire here. Oh my god, he's found a perfect timing. I thought he would get spotted on the way up, but he didn't. And now Ace is looking for the angle onto Fugly. He's given away his position though. Fugly dodges the grenade and gets the kill onto Moose. That is devastating. Oh no. I think if Moose just moved forward, he could get the kill on both players below him.
That has to be, that round has got to be down to the double peak, or kind of double peak from Ethan and Daps, where Daps basically runs out to take the distraction away, to take the distraction from the AWP, which allows Ethan to get into hell. And you would think that Ethan would have come up on the radar, but it seems that United didn't twig because Ethan gets up the ladder, then there's a double peak in A, and that just crushes, almost crushes the round, but they do close it out afterwards as well.
And this is the nightmare now, because NRG missed their previous window to reset A United, but they did enough damage to keep them on teetering on the edge of destruction economically, and that's where they are now. They've fallen off the edge, and they've got a really hard decision to make. Is it 2 4 spies, or is it save one, play for overtime? And they're deciding for the 4 spies. That is not a good place to be, and NRG should realize, if they've been counting the money well, they should realize sort of where the buy is for United.
You have to give NRG a lot of credit for that play in the hell position, because that is a split-second call, which not a lot of people are going to think about. And that might be what wins them Nuke. Such an important best of 3. Loser goes home. Again, just the one Deagle out. That might be a relief for NRG once they realize, if they realize. Moose playing a weird angle. Let's see what NRG do. There are 3 smoke grenades for United. NRG will be respectful, but they do not want to turn the clock into their enemy, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That's all in hot for the time being. One player spotted. A resmoke in the main position at the minute mark. Moose still with a smoke grenade, but he's not really in a position with which to throw it.
1 man down for United. And NRG will further progress into more forward positions on the map and into danger territory. Relix lurks. Relix is put to sleep. 3 men left for United now. Do they decide to start thinking about a save? Because a retake with GZ's likely not going to do too much. But they can keep the Kevlars to the next round and buy up with it. If Ethan allows them to survive, he is a little savage. And it's just Ace remaining now. And there it is. 1 more kill. That's the last of them for map points. And NRG, they know that the money will suck once again for United. They know that they're going to be up against similar weapons, and with a similar approach, they should find success to close down map 1. That's how it's supposed to go. But I'm sure United have something to say about that.
Well, they don't have much to say with the weapons they have bought, but maybe Ace can do something special with the scout missing the mark on the first shot. He can tell his teammates that somebody is on main, but I don't really know what they can do with that information. They are ill-equipped, to put it mildly. Spotting some targets outside, but again, not really hitting the mark. And
obviously, the CZ's become, and the Deagle becomes so strong suddenly.
You saw quickly there that Fugly is in a position where he's expecting a push into lobby. So despite United's good positions, that won't be a surprise, but they've got problems elsewhere. This is falling apart for NRG, and they're gonna... This is not what they want. They will have money for another buy, but they will be dropping weapons to United here. 3 versus 4, and now Fugly may be pressed to go back into lobby. He was content, but now, as you can see, these CTs could be anywhere, which he's quite aware of. Missing the duel versus Dazzle. Are they getting nervous, NRG, at this point? They're losing every duel.
Yeah, they are not having a good time. Cirque trying to save things, but I think he took too much damage there, really. With 3 more players to go through, it's going to be a tough ask. Next one, I think he understands, is playing the vent. He doesn't take any damage in that one. 2 more players to go. Quick smoke grenade deployed there. And he's going to go back up the ladder. He does not... Does he have time for this? Ooh, the jump! Oh my god, it's close. It's damn close. Oh my god, that was so close, Cirque. Good effort, but not good enough. And indeed, NRG, they mess up the initial trade scenario, and then all of a sudden, you're left with no map control, and you're wondering, how do we get to a bomb plant? We've lost too much at this point.
That was the best chance they will have to win this game, for sure. But they do have a buy. They've got the 5 AKs out. United with the 2 AKs saved will spread the wealth.
Oh my god, he like finished punching all the numbers, he's just placing it on the ground. It's like a millimeter off the ground.
Here we are. This is a must-win round for NRG. Their loss bonus is complete arse. They have to win this round. And what opportunity for E United. Surely they will be, this could be a second win. They will be hyper-focused now after the opportunity that NRG handed them in that previous round.
Well, there's no one on the hut roof this time, James, so that might help out a lot because Fugly gets the entry. It's just Dazzle now around the silo. On the side gets one. They know exactly where he is now. There's 2 more players to try to find him, but the last one is too far away. Daps has to 1 versus 2 this to win this map. Otherwise, as you say, there is no turning back, really. And it's very likely going into an overtime situation. Daps, he may have the backstab here. This could be huge if he gets this 1v1. Oh, the timing works out perfectly. Daps now sprinting forwards. They know where he is. He knows he has time. He can reset the scenario. He just has to hold this position. And now there's question marks for Dazzle. Is Daps going to push hard, or has he repositioned? So Dazzle Daps trying to work with the element of surprise, but Dazzle has a good position here. Looks like he's expecting this. Oh, Daps! Oh, he wins the battle of timing against Dazzle. Brilliant 1 versus 2 clutch to secure the map for NRG. Had he lost that, they were in trouble.
That was pretty damn scary, but they look pretty damn chill. Nerves at the end there from NRG, maybe not wanting a repeat of yesterday. That was so unlucky for Dazzle there. He had the perfect angle, but such as CSGO timing, they started to move at the same time, and it's NRG to take the first map. 16-13, it was the pick of NRG, but E United did so well to take it that far. More Counter-Strike to come after the break. We'll see you back here shortly.
I've been there since the beginning. Every map, every flag. With knowledge comes power, and power is wielded wisely, which is why, as the expert, I bet with Betway for the love of the game.
Let's talk about hubs. Run a league for your school, engage with fans while streaming, or create local leagues with prizes. Hubs let you do that and much more. Join or create hubs right now on
be free. move out. Deploying flashbang. Counter-terrorists win. Let's get this done. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire. Throwing grenade. Counter-terrorists win. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary out. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary! Let's do this and get back in time for chow. Throwing smoke. Deploying flashbang. Fire in the hole. Incendiary. Flashbang. Counter-terrorists win. Push, push, push! Deploying flashbang. Smoke! Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Grenade out. Flashbang. Bomb has been planted. Defusing. Bomb counter-terrorists win.
Can you please drop me the up or?
Give me up! Up! My up! It's my up! My up!
Get ready. This is a free fire zone.
Weiß ich doch.
Fire in the hole. Alright, gentlemen, this is it. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. The stay right here is where we end this. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Terrorists win. We are Oscar Mike. Deploying flashbang. We are good to go. Incendiary out. Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Flashbang. Clear the area! Let's go earn our pay.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Go, go, go! Deploying decoy. Grenade out. Watch out, sniper!
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Move it, move it! I'm waiting here. Planted.
Bomb has been planted.
We must move. Activating the bomb.
Terrorists win.
Let's go, my brothers. Smoke. I'll wait here. Affirmative.
Counter-terrorists win.
Stay together. We must work together. I'll stay here. Grenade out! now, my brothers. Two left. We must win. This is what we have been working for. Someone must recover the bomb. Back, back. Guys, I tell you, we kill them all. Get the bomb. son. Brilliant. Champion, Sonny. Lad. Oh, that's brilliant shooting, lad. Way to go, boy.